you come in as a rookie and like you said, like you're trying to figure out a new environment, new teammates. Like you don't want to say too much. You don't want to say too little. And it's just so hard.
What if I told you that Caitlin Clark's biggest challenge didn't come on the court, but behind the scenes, in the locker room? That her greatest achievement wasn't just breaking records, but building bridges. How do you shine without casting shadows on your teammates? How do you stand out while still fitting in?
It's crazy, like looking back at a year ago today or around this time, like I was just beginning my senior year of college. And obviously, you know, people knew who we were and people attended our games, but it's obviously not on the magnitude that it is now.
Yeah.
So like life just changes fast, but that's what makes it fun and cool. And, you know, quickly started a new chapter of my life too, like moving here to Indianapolis.
In a revealing podcast interview, Caitlin Clark opened up about her rookie year and how she managed the behind-the-scenes challenges. What she shared about her teammates might just change everything you thought you knew about the Indiana Fever. So, what does she really think about the squad around her? From rising sophomore Aaliyah Boston, to her close friend Lexi Hull, to seasoned veterans like Kelsey Mitchell and Erica Wheeler, we're diving into Caitlin's unfiltered thoughts. Ready for the inside scoop? Let's get into it.
I mean, it was just a crazy year because you go all the way up to the national championship game and then you're playing right away.
Yeah.
You know, one of my coaches early on in my career said, you know, your rookie year is always so hard because you're in a new city, you're in a new place, you're with a new team, new coaches. There's so much that's not part of the routine that you're so used to. And you had that as like magnified.
Picture this. Caitlin Clark, the college superstar, steps onto a WNBA court for the very first time. All eyes are on her, and the expectations couldn't be higher. But her toughest challenge isn't about her game. It's about finding her place within the team. On the New Heights podcast, Clark opened up about the fears she faced as a rookie. She said,
but like in my scenario, and obviously you guys too, like you're already highly thought of. Like people are turning to you to like be something or be someone. So it's hard. Like you're trying to get your feet wet, but also not do too much. And I think that's kind of what I struggled in early on is like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how they're going to react.
The pressure was intense and Clark felt caught between two worlds. She spoke about feeling lost in the locker room, torn between stepping up as a leader or blending in as a rookie. It was a mental tug-of-war, made even tougher by the spotlight constantly on her. But in the middle of all that chaos, Clark found something positive. The fast-paced rhythm of WNBA life helped keep her grounded and focused. She said,
but I think it was good a little bit too. Like you don't have time to overthink things. Like it's just like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, like you're just on to the next. Right. But at the same time, like you don't like, I feel like I never really ended the chapter of college. Like it was just like you been left. But maybe that's good. You don't have a lot of time to think about it. So I think that's definitely the weirdest part of, you know, women's professional basketball and obviously college basketball too, is just that change. But that's kind of how it has to be too. So it's just different.
Her teammates became her rock during this wild transition.
For not knowing, you nailed it. Well.
But also, like, I had a lot of really good vets around me too. So I feel very grateful for that. And we had a fairly young team too. So like people had been through it fairly recently, so they knew how I felt. But like, I feel like that definitely is a huge challenge. And that goes for whatever professional sport. Like you're trying to learn, but also people are looking at you like you got to perform and like be what they drafted you to be. And that can be tough.
In one honest moment, Clark admitted, I feel like I never really ended the chapter of college. It was just like you left. But maybe that's good. You don't have a lot of time to think about it. Her words revealed just how sudden and challenging the leap to the pros can be, even for a star like Clark.
You mentioned the vets, and I think, you know, for me at least, there was a lot. Some vets were incredible. Some of the vets, obviously, you're competing for jobs, so there's a little bit there, but you lean so much as a young player on your vets, and you lean so much from like, even just like in Philly, there's so many great players that played for the Eagles that like Harold Carmichael, who was a legendary Philadelphia Eagle, was like always around and willing to lend advice or anything. Did you have many former players or current players like reach out to you that really helped you in transitioning into the WNBA?
Let's talk about Clark's on-court partners in crime. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull. These aren't just names on a roster. They're the heart of the Indiana Fever. The Fab Four, ready to shake up the WNBA. Now, you might assume everything clicked right away, smooth sailing from day one. But here's where it gets interesting. One of these stars struggled heavily at the start, yet still made it a priority to build a strong bond with Caitlin.
At the beginning of the season, my playing time definitely looked different than it did at the end. So trusting that, you know, I was staying ready, putting in the work so that when I did get the minutes out on the court, that I could take full advantage of them. So I was just really proud of myself for trusting the process and staying the court.
Hull was out of the rotation early in the season, and it was frustrating. She was grinding in the gym every single day, but her performance just wasn't lining up with the work she was putting in. Then came the Olympic break, and something clicked. Hull found her rhythm, and suddenly, she was on fire. So, what does Caitlin really think of Lexi?
Obviously, Lexi's been tremendous, especially on the defensive end. She just brings a spark and a tenacity about her that, maybe we weren't always getting on the defensive end, and she's just willing to do whatever it takes for this team, and it's helped our defense improve a lot. So I think offensively and defensively, we've taken a step forward, and, that's kind of what the coaches challenged us in going into that break too.
Let's rewind a bit. Picture this. Clark's first practice with Aaliyah Boston. There's a miscommunication, and for a split second, it could have gone completely wrong. But instead of turning into a disaster, it sparked the beginning of something special. Clark and Boston began building a connection that soon became almost poetic, especially in their pick-and-roll plays.
And Caitlin knows where Aaliyah Boston's going to be. Aaliyah Boston knows where Caitlin's going to be.
Caitlin and Aaliyah have almost a poetic pick-and-roll action going all the time. Caitlin can already find her teammates, but just the fluidity between her and Aaliyah, it's like they're on a different wavelength now.
Want to know the secret behind their magic? It's not what you'd expect. It all comes down to repetition and trust. In the first 13 games, Clark had just 17 assists to Boston. But in the next 14, that number shot up to 54. That's not just improvement, it's a whole new level of understanding between two players. And here's Caitlin sharing her unfiltered thoughts about Aaliyah, symbolized perfectly by their now famous pre-game affirmations.
I think AB is always somebody that's going to have her teammates back, whether it's myself or whether it's anybody on the team. She just wants the best for every single person. She's such a positive light in our locker room. She's a great voice. She's always there whether things are great or whether things aren't as great. She's just a very consistent person in our locker room. She's been somebody that's been really helpful throughout my rookie year, obviously having gone through it just a year ago. And I think you can tell our chemistry is really coming along, and a lot of that has just been developed through games. So the more practice that we get together, only the better it's going to get. But I'm really thankful for her.
Now, let's shine the spotlight on Kelsey Mitchell. Her reaction to Clark's arrival wasn't exactly what anyone expected. It was tough at first. Kelsey was playing a lot of isolation ball and didn't seem all that interested in passing the ball back to Clark. But then, things began to change after the Olympic break. They bonded, got to know each other better, and shared their dreams. From there, they became the best backcourt in the WNBA.
T-Squared, what's up, Brandon? I just want to say congratulations on the award, man. You deserve it. You've changed the world in so many ways. You've done it with so much grace. And I'm so happy to take the floor with you, to be a part of this experience. And I want to tell you to give yourself some grace, kid. You've done a lot of things that not a lot of people can do. And from me to you, I'm always going to be a fan. I'm always going to be in your corner. I'm always going to be in your backcourt.
Clark couldn't stop praising Mitchell. It's clear that these two aren't just teammates. They're a force to be reckoned with.
I think it's pretty similar on and off the floor. She's just been a voice that's been there. She's been through this league for, 7 years now? She knows what to expect. She knows how things are going to go. And I think more than anything, we are just starting to understand each other much better. We could just make eye contact and she knows to go back door. She knows to come and get the ball. That just comes with playing with one another. So it's been a lot of fun for me. She's playing so well right now, just as good as anybody in this league. So I feel very lucky and fortunate to have her by my side.
As the season progressed, we saw the Fab Four, Clark, Boston, Mitchell, and Hull, gel like never before. It's not just about the assists or the points. It's about the impact Clark has had on her teammates. This isn't just a team, it's a family. And Clark? She's not just a rookie anymore. She's the heart of the Indiana Fever, the catalyst that's brought this team together. From overcoming early challenges to breaking records, this team has proven they're more than just individual talents. They're a unit, ready to take on the WNBA and make history. But don't think it stops with the starters. There's a group of veterans in the locker room that's also been looking out for Clark, Tammy Fagley, Erica Wheeler, Grace Barrer. These aren't just names on a roster. They're Clark's secret weapons off the court. Their wisdom has changed the game for the rookie. Imagine Clark, nervous and new, walking into the locker room, and there's Wheeler, ready to step in as her big sister.
For me, I just wanted to get ahead of it because I know this transition is tough. Just being undrafted and being a rookie, it's very unlikely that a vet, just take you in when you got the same position. And I think oftentimes people forget that I'm a great person before a basketball player. So for me as a big sister, I'm just I'm gonna take this first step first to just let her know, we're here, we got you, whatever you need from me as your vet, and even you're in the same position, I got you. And she's just been doing a great job with just accepting it and receiving it from me. Because as you know, she's one of the biggest players in the world right now, and she don't act like that. She's just help me, in any way you can. It's definitely in a sweet way.
Wheeler became Clark's rock. Having a veteran who truly wants the best for you is something special. And Clark gushed, "I won't take it for granted." These bonds went beyond just mentoring. Picture Clark and her teammates laughing, relaxing, and growing closer. That's how a team becomes a family. Bentley may not be on the team anymore, but she definitely left her mark on Clark. She stuck with Clark through the ups and downs of rookie life, always there. So when Bentley left, her goodbye message hit Clark hard.
Just figure it out, you know? She's a smart player, I'm a smart player. When the play is open, you're gonna pass the ball. So, and I'm always spraying on the floor. So, and she's a great passer, but she's always gonna pass it if I'm open. I know that. No, it's really amazing. We haven't had many practices together, you know, like, but the connection is just there. I feel like I know, I'm getting a better sense of what she's about and what she's gonna do. And so I just try and get into the right positions and try and make something out.
Then there's Grace Berger. Their friendship started with college duels and a joke about golf. Berger, a college star in her own right, often went head-to-head with Clark as part of the Big Ten Conference. Once fierce competitors, they quickly set aside their history to form a powerful partnership on the Fever. Berger admitted there was definitely some initial weirdness, but they both wanted to win so badly that they focused on their shared goal.
I believe Grace was a state champion in high school for golf. Have you played with them?
Grace was?
Yeah.
What?
Have you played with anyone? Yeah, I think
Grace! You were a state champion golfer? Why did you hide that from me? She was on the team, they didn't play her, apparently.
Have you played with anyone on this team yet?
Honestly, I have not.
In the end, Clark's rookie year wasn't just about breaking records, it was about making friends. The advice, support, and laughter shaped her first season in ways she never expected. Looking back, it's these bonds with her veteran teammates that Clark will remember most. So, what's behind Caitlin Clark's mindset? She's here to score, break records, and build something special with her team. In a recent interview, Clark shared something revealing. "Relationships drive my most cherished memories," she said. "It's all about the people, the team, the family I'm creating on and off the court."
I think the thing about leadership is like how you approach every single person is going to be completely different. And I think the thing that's helped me be successful throughout my career has been the relationships that I've been able to build with people. And every single person you have to approach differently because they come from a different background, they come from a different place. Somebody can be a little more tenderhearted, and for me, I'm probably want to be screamed at. Like, it's just everybody's a little bit different. So I think that's what's unique about leadership and being able to understand people, but that takes time, and building relationships is really important.
Clark has a fresh take on team dynamics. She's focused on boosting her teammates, helping them score more, and believe in themselves. That's what real leaders do. Clark sees big things ahead for the Fever. She believes they can be champions. "We just need to keep building trust and working together," she says. For her second year, Clark can't wait for a full training camp. She plans to use that time to connect with her teammates and learn how they play. She's clearly hungry for more.
You know, I think I'm very real with myself too. Like, I know when I maybe haven't done my best in something, and I'm going to be the first person to look in the mirror and know what I need to get better at. And so I think those two things, that's what, helps me be the best is, I can be very honest and real with myself. And I think at times that's what, definitely the younger generation struggles with is they always want to point fingers, but, you always got to look at yourself first and see how you can improve. So, I think that I just want to be better than everybody else.
Clark's time with the Fever is about creating something that lasts. Her rookie year was just the beginning. Next season, expect Clark to step up her leadership game, making waves both on and off the court. Caitlin Clark's rookie season with the Indiana Fever was just the start, and as we look ahead to year 2, the Fever are aiming high.
I mean, it's not even something you're really ever aware of, breaking records or, it's just something that comes with playing the game the right way, I feel like, is, I just come out here and try to, play basketball in a way that people love watching, in a way that is going to make my team successful, and the records and whatever, or the stats, that's just what comes with it.
New head coach Stephanie White isn't mincing words. "Our ultimate goal is to hang another banner in the field house," she declared. The Fever aren't just talking. They're building a team to make it happen. The Indiana Fever mean business this season. They're not settling for good, they want great. With their eyes set on a WNBA title, every game could be a step toward history. You won't want to miss what's coming. This team is on a mission, and they're ready to make some noise. Are you excited? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.